Hey, how's it going? I'm David from Wisdom Square, and I just wanted to jump on real quick to tell you about my recent trip to South Florida. Two things I wanted to really share about it is I was down there for Thanksgiving to celebrate with some family, and I wanted to just talk about the salad that I had made down there. That was my contribution to the dinner, and also some of the fruit farms that I got to visit, which were south of Miami in Homestead, Florida, and some of the tropical fruit that I found. So to begin, I just want to talk about the salad that I created first. I think it's so easy to associate lettuce with salad, but instead for this one, I wanted it to be really epic. So I decided to not use any lettuce, and instead I opted to use baby kale and watercress. So of course, it's much healthier. One obvious way of knowing that is if you've ever had lettuce in the fridge for too long, you see how quick it dies. And it's the opposite with baby kale and watercress. They maintain their shape much longer in the fridge, which is kind of a hint or a clue to letting you know that it's healthier and better for you. Also, in the salad, I added in some butternut squash that was spiralized for some crunch, and of course the typical toppings of cucumbers. I got cherry tomatoes on the vine still, which are better than the larger beefsteak variety of tomatoes. And then I got in some cucumbers, and I was able to find some golden gooseberries, which are kind of like a tomato, but they're mostly found in like South America, and you'll see them every now and then in the specialty market. This time I was able to get them out of Whole Foods, and it just added a nice color. And red onions as well I put in. So that was the salad that I put together, and I added in a vinaigrette. I cheated and I used herbs de Providence vinaigrette, which already combines a whole bunch of different herbs together. So it's a quick, easy way to get a nice herb salad, something much healthier than any prepackaged salad that you'd be able to find in the store. And the nice thing is, it made so much. I just ended up getting like one bag of each one of the items that I talked about, and it produced two really large trays. And during Thanksgiving, between about 10 people, 10, 11 people, we were able to eat just a little more than one tray. So that means we had enough, almost a whole other tray left over for the rest of the week while we were down there. So that was the nice thing about it. And then now to talk about some of the food farms that I got to visit. So whenever I go someplace, I always try to take advantage and see what kind of food that I just can't get to where I live, which is in northern New Jersey. So down there in South Florida, the weather is very different, of course. So they're capable of growing tropical fruit. Um, and some of my favorite fruit happens to be tropical fruit, and specifically, there's this category that they call it sapote, which is an Aztec word that just means soft fruit. And fruit in this category doesn't even have to be in the same family or related. As long as it has the same texture, then people end up calling it sapote. And my favorite out of that category is called Mame sapote, which has like this brown, semi-hard skin, and inside is a bright orange color. And funny enough, it actually tastes very much like sweet potato. So to me, that's like one of my favorite foods, and I like that because of the taste even more than guanabana or soursop, different names for the same food, which I was able to find down there as well. And they, were able to make a smoothie out of it, and then buy it whole, and I ate it that way as well. Um, but yeah, but for me, the flavor is just better for that food. And besides that, some of the other sapote fruits that I found were chico or sapodilla, which is kind of like this brown, when you cut it open, is this brown kind of cinnamon color to it, which is really good. And each one of these has such a unique flavor, so it's hard to even compare it to anything else. Another one was called black sapote, which it gets the nickname chocolate pudding fruit because it has that texture and also the color of when you cut into it, it's black like chocolate pudding. You might even think that it's gone bad, but it's not at all. And again, like the taste of this, it doesn't really have that much sugar in it. Like you could tell that there's a little bit, but it's not overly, sweet. And I think that's like a real testament to what natural fruits are like. Um, of course, living in New Jersey, you get tons of apples and you see them everywhere. And other like grapes without seeds. Some of this fruit, when you eat it, it's too much sugar or it's not in balance. Same thing with pineapples up here. Um, it's it Your body doesn't digest and process it the same way as a fruit that hasn't been hybridized in order to increase the yield of it, or so it could grow in the cold, or be able to have better durability when it's being shipped out. Um, some of the fruits that I'm mentioning, the tropical fruits, the sapote fruits, they haven't really been touched by man, so they're the way they are for thousands of years, and they basically have a better balance between the amount of sugar versus the amount of minerals that are in it. And and yeah, like eating fruit like that, pretty much like the more uncommon or the harder, most people don't know the name of it, then it's typical, very likely that it's going to be the healthier option for you to get. That being said, I have even been able to find Mame Sapote here in New Jersey. You just have to go to certain specialty or ethnic markets, and you will see them every now and then. So I think it's important to really just, as a reminder, keep an eye out for fruit that's uncommon, um, and then try to get that more into your diet. Don't just rely on apples and bananas, to get you from seeing having to go see a doctor. It's going to be this more uncommon tropical fruit, in association with herbs, of course, that really like boost your health to that next level. So with that being said, I'm going to sign off now. I just wanted to share that with you. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Take care now. Bye.